When the windshield washer system fails to work in your Kia Sportage, it can be both frustrating and unsafe, especially during adverse weather conditions when visibility is crucial. The windshield washer system is designed to help keep your windshield clear by spraying water fluid onto the glass, which is then wiped away by the wipers. If you pull the washer switch and nothing happens, it indicates an issue somewhere within the system that needs to be addressed. The first thing you should check is if the windshield washer motor is working. You don't have to physically access the motor to check if it's running. Testing a windshield washer motor involves checking its functionality by listening to the sound it makes when activated. First, turn on the ignition by pressing the engine start-stop button twice. This powers up the windshield washer system. Avoid starting the engine, as the noise of the engine can make it harder to listen to the sound of the washer motor. Now roll down the driver's side window or open the door. Activate the windshield washer switch by pulling the wiper control lever. Listen for the sound of the washer motor. It should make a humming or buzzing sound indicating it is running. If the motor is not making any sound, it could be due to a number of reasons. For example, the motor has failed or there is an issue with the wiring. But sometimes the issue can be caused by a blown fuse. The fuse for the windshield washer motor is located in the passenger compartment fuse box next to the driver's door. Grab the handle on the fuse box cover and pull it out. Flip the cover and you will see a diagram of all the fuses. Look for a windshield washer symbol in the last column. This is the fuse for the windshield washer motor and it's a 15 amp fuse. You can test the fuse easily with a test light. First, turn on the ignition to power up the fuse box. Now connect the alligator clip of the test light to a good ground point on the vehicle. Touch the tip of the test light to one of the two exposed metal parts on the top of the fuse. The test light should illuminate, indicating there is power on one side of the fuse. Now touch the other metal part on top of the fuse with a test light. The test light should illuminate again, indicating the power is passing through the fuse, which means the fuse is good. If the test light illuminates on only one side, the fuse is blown and needs to be replaced. If you are having trouble testing the fuse in place or prefer to test it directly, use a fuse puller or needle nose pliers to remove the fuse from the fuse box. Hold the fuse up to the light and look through the transparent casing. A good fuse will have an unbroken wire or filament. A blown fuse will have a broken wire or burnt appearance. You can also use a multimeter to test the fuse. Set the multimeter to the continuity or resistance mode. Touch the multimeter probes to the metal contacts on the fuse. If the multimeter beeps or shows continuity, the fuse is good. If there is no continuity and the meter says OL, the fuse is bad. If the fuse is blown, replace it with a new fuse of the same amperage rating. There are spare fuses in the engine compartment fuse box. You can pull out a spare 15 amp fuse from the top left corner. Push the new fuse firmly inside the slot and close the fuse box cover. After replacing the fuse, turn on the ignition and activate the windshield washer switch to see if the washer motor operates correctly. If the windshield washer motor is making a sound but no fluid is coming out, there might be a blockage in the system or the reservoir might be empty. Pop the hood and locate the windshield washer reservoir. It's located behind the front headlight and has a blue cap with a windshield washer symbol. Open the cap and pour washer fluid into the reservoir. After you are done filling up the fluid, close the cap. If the fluid level is fine, the next step is to inspect the washer nozzles. Over time, dirt and debris can clog the nozzles, reducing the flow. You can't use a pin to unclog these modern spray nozzles, you'll have to replace them once they become clogged. That's all for now. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Wheels Joint for more car maintenance tips. Thanks for watching.